Welcome back. Thank you and welcome back to A Course in Miracles. We're in the workbook for students and we're on lesson 35. Pardon me. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. 1. Today's idea does not describe the way you see yourself now. It does, however, describe what vision will show you. It is difficult for anyone who thinks he is in the world to believe this of himself. Yet the reason he thinks he is in this world is because he does not believe it.
You will believe that you are part of where you think you are. That is because you surround yourself with the environment you want, and you want it to protect the image of yourself that you have made. The image is part of this environment. What you see while you believe you are in it is seen through the eyes of the image. This is not a vision. Images cannot see.
No, boy. The idea for today presents a very different view of yourself. By establishing your source, it establishes your identity, and it describes you as you must really be in truth. We will use a somewhat different kind of application for today's idea because the emphasis for today is on the perceiver rather than on what he perceives.
For each of the 3 5-minute practice periods today, begin by repeating today's idea to yourself and then close your eyes and search your mind for the various kinds of descriptive terms in which you see yourself. Include all ego-based attributes which you ascribe to yourself, positive or negative, desirable or undesirable, grandiose or debased. All of them are equally unreal because you do not look upon yourself through the eyes of holiness.
In the earlier part of the mind-searching period, you will probably emphasize what you consider to be the more negative aspects of your perception of yourself. Toward the latter part of the exercise period, however, more self-inflating descriptive terms may well cross your mind. Try to recognize that the direction of your fantasies about yourself does not matter. Illusions have no direction in reality. They are merely not true.
A suitable unselected list for applying the idea for today might be as follows. I see myself as imposed on. I see myself as depressed. I see myself as failing. I see myself as endangered. I see myself as helpless. I see myself as victorious. I see myself as losing out. I see myself as charitable. I see myself as virtuous.
You should not think of these terms in an abstract way. They will occur to you as various situations, personalities, and events in which you figure cross your mind. Pick up any specific situation that occurs to you, identify the descriptive term or terms you feel are applicable to your reactions to that situation, and use them in applying today's idea. After you have named each one, add, but my mind is part of God's. I am very holy.
During the longer exercise periods, there will probably be intervals in which nothing specific occurs to you. Do not strain to think up specific things to fill the interval, but merely relax and repeat today's idea slowly until something occurs to you. Although nothing that does occur should be omitted from the exercises, nothing should be dug out with effort. Neither force nor discrimination should be used.
As often as possible during the day, pick up a specific attribute or attributes you are ascribing to yourself at the time and apply the idea for today to them, adding the idea in the form stated above to each of them. If nothing particular occurs to you, merely repeat the idea to yourself with closed eyes. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, interesting. Interesting. This reminds me of when I see my deer when I'm walking in the morning and I say, I love you. Oh, I love you. You're so beautiful. I just am so grateful to see you all. And then in the back of my mind, I'm going, well, there is nothing I'm looking at. And my body only knows, or my soul, I think, only knows that there's me. So I'm actually saying this to myself.
Oh,
That's it.
wow.
That's a really great awareness.
And then I'm also aware when I'm like, get the fuck off the road, right? And I'm like, I'm saying that to me too. So
Oh my
fortunately,
gosh.
it's the I love you statements to the deer that I hear, or my view, how
Interesting.
beautiful it is out here. And,
You
Mm,
know,
it's good
we're
awareness. You're right.
playful. It's a playful kind of, we can look at
Yeah.
it as playful instead
yeah.
of so serious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or the lady in the car with the thing on her face. I'm like,
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
I've got to get out of judgment about that.
yeah.
Well,
Oh, definitely.
we
Or just notice
if we
it.
look upon it as playful, then we're not so hard on ourselves about
Yeah.
it. It's just
Mm-hmm.
a dream. We don't have to do anything.
Yeah. Right.
Like we can stay in the dream and play a little longer, in hating and loving and being grandiose and being unworthy. It's like
right.
we can be all of it, and then once eventually it all just kind of becomes meaningless. Eventually, it
Yeah.
doesn't. It's not about forcing anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do. I force everything, and it's not helpful
Mm.
to
Right.
try so hard about why are we trying about, like, I don't know, like we're try to be a better person, like,
Mm-hmm.
or a better dreamer. Oh, I want to
Yeah.
be a better dreamer. I want to
Right.
be.
And when you think of
Exactly.
that, you're like, that's nutty. That's
It
just
is
nutty.
nutty. It's a nutty place. It's a nutty,
It is
nutty.
a nutty place here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, we just need to just chill out in a way and just be the crazy dreamer that we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah, because you're right. It's be playful. Like
yeah, have some
recognize
fun.
when you love the deer, you're saying you love yourself. And when you're
Mhm.
swearing at a driver, just
Yeah,
remember and laugh because it's an illusion.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
also forgive yourself, like be gentle with
Mhm.
yourself too,
Mm.
because that brings you back to a loving space in your heart, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to see myself as charitable more often.
And
Well,
I know with the work that I've done on myself that I hardly ever get angry with cars,
Mm.
or whatever. I usually just go, okay. So I'm obviously about to miss, an accident ahead of me. So let's just settle in here.
Well, that was Cliff was just talking about that, right?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just
So
listening
thank
to
you.
that.
like there's
Yeah.
another reason it's happening for a reason. We don't know what
Right.
it is.
In the ontology.
Exactly. And we'll never know.
And we'll
Yeah.
Is
never.
that ontology?
Well, that's kind of what I'm trying to discern from this, what he
Cliff.
means by that. Yeah.
He had a really good wacky woo show last night
I
on
was
Beyond
listening to it
Mystic.
4:44 this morning, so I've got 45 minutes into it.
Mm.
Oh, into the wacky woo?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. I'll share that on it's just interesting. Interesting.
Totally. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
believe everything he says, but it's interesting and it's
Yeah.
fun.
Just to
It's
kind of
fun.
keep
The
it, to
whole
keep it.
idea is about being fun.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Kelly?
Well, he was talking about just basically the bird, right? You don't really realize that you've noticed a bird and it made you put the brakes on, which may
Yeah,
have stopped you from, either getting into an accident or something. You don't recognize it as such because it's just out in the ontology.
right.
You notice the bird and that was a nice little distraction, but at the same time, maybe it saved your life and you'll never know, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You'll never know. And to just be grateful for all the moments.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I get to drive 44 kilometers on Bella Vista. I love that. and, and
Look at
maybe
how
it's
much
sarcasm and
wildlife I
maybe
get to
I'm
take in.
convincing myself, but
Right. Yeah.
I guess it is what it is, right? I can't do anything about it. So,
Hmm.
oh, great. I'm the eighth car in line on a short kilometer road that has no way to get off.
Hmm.
And we're going 44. Oh, look, yay, they're turning. Hurry.
Oh, oh
Oh,
my.
and yet my mind is part of God, so I'm very holy. Yes, I'm being very holy in that moment.
So I'd love to go over this one again because I find this one lots to chew here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do the first one again, because the last sentence is a little bit, it went over my head a bit.
Okay. Today's idea does not describe the way you see yourself now. I think we can all understand that.
Yes.
It does, however, describe what vision will show you. It is difficult for anyone who thinks he is in the world to believe this of himself. Yet the
In
reason
this
he
world.
thinks he is in this world is because he does not believe it.
Yeah, that one. He
Yeah.
does not believe what? That he is holy?
That you are holy.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm thinking. That it's because, my mind is part of God's, which if you've done the 34 lessons, or even if you've, anyway, whatever, not judging, then you're part of God. You're created in God's image. You're God. You're a fractal of God. And especially if you're in the religious areas, to say I am very holy would be quite an upset for a lot of people, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So if we think we're in this world, do we? Which means we
Yet
don't
the
believe
reason he
we're
thinks
holy.
he is in this world is because he does not believe it.
So like I believe I'm in this world. Like I do. Like there's just that belief. There it is.
Yeah.
That it's because we don't believe we're holy.
Or
Well,
we
in the
don't,
first couple
and
lines
also
of the next
yeah.
section,
Yeah.
you will believe that you are part of where you think you are.
Mm-hmm.
That is because you surround yourself with the environment you want, and you want to protect the image of yourself that you have made.
Right. Uh-huh.
The image is part of this environment. What you see while you believe you are in it is seen through the eyes of the image. It is not visions. Images cannot see. So we're
Mhm.
anchoring ourselves into the illusion.
When we do, like, when we're with people who believe that they're in the world, because if you believe you're in the world, you want to be with others who believe that they're in the world too.
Yeah.
And
Which I believe is separate from God, as
right,
opposed to my
Yes.
mind is part of God's.
right,
And
Yeah.
that's why they see themselves in this world, because they don't believe that they are part of God's mind.
right. Now let's flip it and say, oh, so, who are we going to hang out with if we want to see this world differently, right? We
Right.
want to be with others who believe that they are holy and they
Yeah.
are a part of God's mind.
Mm-hmm.
And that will show up in the world, like here, we're here
Yeah.
Yeah.
because we want to see it differently. We want to see our minds differently. We want to see
Mm-hmm.
our minds holy.
Yeah.
So we surround ourselves with others who want the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. And I know for me, that's why my circle is rather small. I'm not sad about
Mhm,
that. I
mhm,
just, I really know that I think differently. And so it doesn't attract a lot of worldly people.
Mm.
I'm a little too out there, I'm so philosophical and stuff, right? That
mhm.
people don't want to hang out with that because it's too airy fairy fluffy, whatever people consider that. And this is why this group in the morning is so important to me, is because I am around people who see it and want the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
this is just like I've
It's,
said many
yeah.
mornings, it lights up my day. It just gets me on the right track. And
Mm-hmm.
And it
not that I'm
anchors
not on
our
the right
mind.
track.
It anchors my mind in God, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's number one, that's first. And I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
placing it first consciously. I
Mm-hmm.
want
Yes.
that. And so then from everything else, every decision I make throughout the day comes from that anchoring
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
helps me to decide, my decisions throughout the day.
Yeah. Exactly.
So the idea for today presents a very different view of yourself. By establishing your source, which I think that's critical.
what it
It
means. Yeah.
establishes your identity, and source is capitalized and identity is capitalized.
Mm-hmm.
And it describes you as you must really be in truth.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
we're anchoring in who we are in truth.
Yes. That's beautiful.
Right?
Yep.
So thanks,
And
Kelly, for asking us to
Just got
sort of
out
go
the
over this
highlighter.
again.
Well, you know what?
Right?
That might not even be a bad idea, because by the time you get to the end, you're trying to discern how this lesson began.
mm-hmm.
Right? So it's almost, I would say it'd be great to read it through and then start to go through it section by section again. Because I'm sure they're going to get meatier as we go.
Yeah, that's
Well,
good. So we went through it again, and then
Mm-hmm.
we there. So number 4, let's read that one again.
Okay.
For each of the 3 5-minute practice periods today, begin by repeating today's idea to yourself, and then close your eyes and search your mind for the various kinds of descriptive terms in which you see yourself. Include all ego-based attributes you ascribe to yourself, both positive and negative. Like, so there's the opposites,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
both desirable and undesirable,
Mm-hmm.
both grandiose and debased.
Yeah.
So what I'm feeling is that all the opposites that we believe we are in this world, they're
Mm-hmm.
all the same.
Yeah.
They all mean the same thing. Either, they're just all meaningless or they're all meaningful. Like,
So the polarity actually is singularity.
yes, it's singular. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, I think that's what he's trying to do. Like, he's bringing our mind back to seeing all of our attributes as the same.
Right. And not really breaking them into categories of
Yeah,
positive or negative,
exactly.
good or
They're
bad.
they're just going to be all laid out on
Mm-hmm.
equal ground. They're
Mm-hmm.
all equal. And the first thing that comes to mind is special. Like, I see myself special.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's an ego.
Absolutely.
It's an ego characteristic.
But is it?
mhm.
Yeah, it is, because if I'm special, then I'm more special than you.
Hmm.
Like, but that's the ego. It wants to be better
Right.
than, or it wants to have a
On the
little bit
top.
more attention.
Right.
It
Right.
wants more attention than the other ones,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
And the other one that comes up is I see myself like perfectionist. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I have to be perfect in everything as a body.
Yes.
But in God, I am perfect, but that doesn't, it's not an attribute of the body.
Mm-hmm.
It's just who we really are. We're
Right.
perfect already. But the body doesn't think so, but so it has to compensate and try to be perfect and then make everybody else perfect. And it's that perfectionism, it's
Mm-hmm.
actually a virus in a way, because it doesn't feel good.
No, it keeps you unsatisfied. Yeah.
Unholy.
Yeah. Unholy. Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I'm just going to say I'm going to do the exercises today.
Wonderful.
I think that would help too, because it's all great, and to say, oh, really, I can't fit in 3 5-minute practice periods to do my homework today.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that um, I think it's time
Yeah.
to do
And
my
this one's a
homework.
fun one, because we can think of lots of things we see about ourselves. Like,
Mhm.
they'll come off just like that. We'll just have a long list.
Right.
I'm sure we
Exactly.
will. It's.
Try
Oh,
to recognize that the direction of your fantasies about yourself does not matter. Illusions have no direction in reality. They are merely not true. That's at the end of number 5.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Towards the latter part of the exercise period, however, more self-inflating
Mhm.
descriptive items may well cross your mind.
Right.
Recognize
So
that these fantasies about yourself are illusions.
Mm-hmm.
they're
I
part
am
of
a
the
good
dream.
person.
They're part of the dream, right? They're the dream
Yeah,
reality of,
yeah.
and we're just remembering it's not true. So we don't have to get upset at ourselves for it or others. You can
Yeah,
just look and go, oh, it's a dream. It's not true. Ha ha ha. Laugh it off.
Right.
exactly. And believe that too, right? Oh yeah, I forgot this is an illusion, and not
Yeah.
be sarcastic about it, you
Yes.
know?
Yes. Because I
Oh,
can
I
see
forgot
myself
the
as
truth,
sarcastic. I can see myself as critical. I can see myself as goes on and on.
right?
Yeah. As judgmental, or I can see myself as, yeah, there's lots. I can also see myself as charitable. Oh my goodness, because I'm trying to be a good person. I can see myself as a good person, a
Yeah.
nice person, an agreeable person, a
An
Mhm.
polite
agree
person.
an agreeable person. I don't even like that word. That means you've sacrificed yourself just to, you know,
But even in
yeah,
conversation,
yeah,
just to
Mhm.
agree with your friends. Oh, yeah, 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 and smile.
Mhm.
yeah. And I do that because at some point
Even
you
if you
have to say,
don't.
well, what?
Yeah. Or you can be
Well, even if you
disagreeable.
don't, right? You can just say, yeah, yeah, I do that all the time with my clients, right? Because I can't really impose my will on them. It's their time, they're talking, and so it's my time just to nod and smile and
Yes.
Hmm.
And
judge.
they'll see you as agreeable in their
That's
eyes,
right. That's right.
right?
Which
So
makes me feel like
you're
yeah,
doing you're
I'm
doing
not.
a good so in their eyes, who are you?
Hmm.
You're a good whatever.
Yeah. But in my mind, I'm a liar because I'm not talking what I believe is true. I'm keeping
What's
what I
true?
believe is the truth to myself.
So you're
Well,
disagreeable.
I'm totally
disagreeable.
disagreeable.
I was like, what a funny dream. Oh my God.
And that's just it. What is true? God
Hmm.
is God is
We're
everything, and
holy.
all of this is an illusion. So every happy or grumble that you have is an
Yeah.
illusion.
And yeah. And it will never shake out our holiness. Like it will never change who we really are, no
Hmm.
matter
Yeah,
what. Like we
Right.
can
yeah,
be the most evil villain on the planet and it won't shake out our holiness because
right?
that's established by
Hmm.
God. And
Yeah,
Right.
it doesn't matter what kind of character we are in the dream, that
Hmm.
will never, ever, ever change. And that is really the relief of this whole course is that
Hmm.
we're not our character. We can be bad or good or right or wrong. It doesn't change our holiness.
right.
Right.
That is the truth. That
Yeah. And
is
that's how we
all
can
there
see our
is.
brothers and sisters throughout the day. We can look at them and say, "Oh, they can be as horrible as they want. They can talk at me, talk over me, disagree with me, argue with me, but I see them as holy.
Mm.
Just
Yeah,
like as I see myself as holy.
Hmm.
yeah,
Doesn't matter who we appear to be." Yeah.
Good
It's
point.
all the good and the bad and the ugly. They're all unreal.
yeah,
And they're
yeah.
allowed to be there. They're allowed to be there.
Hmm.
We don't need to get rid of them.
It's true.
And really, every journey is perfect. Even if the most horrible
Yes.
things are happening to you, your journey is perfect.
Yes. Because we are a perfect creation.
I have a girlfriend who has breast cancer or had breast cancer and had a little treatment and had a little surgery and just the best attitude. Her husband's freaking out more than she is, and she said, "I'm supposed to go through this,"
Hmm.
and I love that basically.
Wow.
And she's had this beautiful recovery.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
It doesn't define her, right? It's just a thing that happened, just like maybe cutting your finger when you're cutting vegetables.
Mhm.
Oops, that happened.
Yeah.
It's
Even
all
Yeah.
just her
supposed to
her
happen.
concept of I'm supposed to go through this,
Hmm.
Mhm.
right
Through.
through it.
Yeah,
Exactly. Experience it
yeah,
and come out the other side.
Mhm.
yeah.
That's a great place to
Well,
be.
and there's nothing to be fearful about. This is our journey. And, I have a
Hmm.
thing on my wall, and I've said this many times in my affirmation posts. Everything is happening everything's happening for a reason,
Yeah.
only to have this journey.
Hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with our journey. Everything
Yeah.
is perfect. There's nothing wrong here.
Mhm.
And it's not happening to you, it's happening for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I judge my neighbor, if I judge my sister, my brother, I am actually judging my own character in the dream too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an attempt to forget our holiness.
Right?
If I see
It's a
myself as
distraction.
special and I see them as special, oh, they think they're so special. Like
Mm-hmm.
they'll be talking about their special day or whatever. And I'm like, oh, well, my day is pretty special too. Or I'll say, my day isn't as special as yours. Well,
Yeah. Right?
and there's all these differences all the time. That's because I've forgotten who I am
Yeah.
Yeah.
in that moment. But then we can always remember in that moment too. And we can
Yes.
flip back and remember that we're both, everything is holy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything is holy.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
amazing how now I find myself flipping in and out of that, or just being aware of it and kind of,
Yeah.
um, yeah, just that awareness to step right back into, something different, look at it different. I choose to perceive this in a different way.
And we're only on lesson 35 of 365. And these lessons are, each one is super valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And I need to remember.
I used to stay in that space for probably hours. Like it could definitely affect my day
Mhm.
if I let it. And
Hmm.
now it's just like literally a split second where the next thought comes in and I just let the other one go.
And you
Yes.
remember who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay.
Well, our holiness is helping us.
Thank you.
I feel
And
that way because before I
yeah,
used to judge myself for being unholy in a way,
Yeah.
like, oh no, like I beat myself up. So I
Yeah.
became my own worst enemy in a way, right?
Same. Yeah.
same. Yeah. Well, that's part of the duality too, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm a bad person now because I
Yeah.
forgot who I am and I
Yeah.
judged or discussed or whatever it is that you did
Hmm.
perceive that you did wrong and whatever. And it's, yeah, we're just, yeah,
Or when I would
you are
stay
holy.
in a bad mood and be pissed off for hours, I would think to myself, "You are such a bitch. Like, what is what?"
Well, that's a good one to write down on your list. Oh yeah, we all can be that. And
Oh,
like we can
yeah.
be everything. And like we can be the whole list, all of
Yep,
it.
that's right.
Yeah.
And we're free
I'm
because
all of it.
everybody's going to be doing that
Yeah,
too, like
yep.
cutting people off and like all the stuff that we do. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, that's okay because it's like not real and we're having fun here.
That's
But
right.
they don't see it. Like I see them as not seeing it. Like they have to actually always be right.
Yeah,
And I'm the one that has to remember my holiness.
you're
Hmm.
right. Yep.
They don't have to remember theirs.
Mhm.
And I always
Clearly.
want to make them remember, like, you bet, like, who do you think you are?
Mhm.
And it's like two little
Mhm.
kids fighting in a playground or something. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's adolescent or toddler. It's
Yeah, that's
childish.
right, childish, yeah.
or the game, when it snows, there's little piles of snow, and they make
Mhm.
mountains, and they climb up to the top, and they say, "I'm the king of the castle.
Mhm.
You're the dirty rascal."
Right? I
And
haven't heard that in a very long time.
Exactly.
oh my God, it just came to me. Just came to me. So I'm thinking that's specialness right there. It's like I'm great and you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then you got to switch, and then the other one has to try to take your place and push
Mhm.
you down the hill.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's only one special person here.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God, we're so funny as human beings on this illusion, aren't we? We're just so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And little children have that in their minds too. Like it's not something you grow to think about because they're little kids are doing it already.
Mhm.
Even with sharing, I don't want them to have it. I want it.
Yep.
Hmm.
Like they want to be
Yeah.
special. They want
It's
they want
innate.
Mhm. It's deep. So it's all unreal, and we are holy.
Mhm.
Hmm. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. I am very holy. Not just
You're
holy, but I am
very
very
holy.
holy.
Very holy.
Extremely.
Very what?
Extremely, he said.
Has anybody read anything in the manual for teachers at the back?
Not this weekend, no.
No.
Oh, I'm going to show you my Anastasia book. These books are brand new.
Oh, we like brand new.
That's amazing considering how many times they've been reprinted.
And this is from a library in somewhere in California.
Mm.
The binding has never been cracked. Like it,
Wow.
right? Oh, you can't see it. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's never been
It's
cracked.
tight. Yep.
It's
Does
the
it say what
original.
the copyright is on that?
So this is not the original. It's copyright 1996 by Vladimir
Megre.
Megre.
Mm-hmm.
This is copyrighted in 2005.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's still quite old, but these are brand new books.
Yeah.
Like they're
Wow.
absolutely flawless.
So they're
Mm-hmm.
still printing them out. Yep.
Yep.
Well, 2005, that's 20 years ago.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
There's ones that have the black cover with the flower, I think, on them.
Yeah. Or
Those
a
I would
butterfly
imagine
or
are
Those are
the
the ones I
newer.
had
yeah.
before I gave them away.
Yeah.
I
I
gave
don't want to
them.
read it because I don't want it to be over.
Oh,
I've been pining for these for years. So, anyways,
You're going to be able to like marry and merge the miracle
yes.
Course in Miracles with that series.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny because before these came, because I didn't know how this was supposed to come between the 23rd and the 1st of April or something like that. So I wasn't really expecting it. So I pulled out my raw materials, RA,
Mhm.
the first book in that series, because the second book was like $2 million to buy or whatever. One of them was really expensive. And then I haven't been reading. And then I got Cliff High's book too. I got that in one day, like half a
Mhm.
day.
Yeah,
And
same.
I haven't read that either, but I'm going to read that too.
I'm
He's
starting
just such an
chapter 4.
interesting guy.
Yeah.
Again,
I've been listening to him since COVID time, like 2020.
Yeah, exactly.
oh, really? Do you know Cliff High too?
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
know
funny.
everybody.
I love it. Right on.
I know
Well, I'll share this link then to this Rumble Wacky Woo. It was really interesting.
Are we
It was
recording?
just,
Yeah.
yeah, we're recording still.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we're far enough into the video that
Yeah.
I don't think YouTube would probably, we haven't said anything that this would get shut down for
No.
anyways. And I don't even
No.
know if that kind of censorship exists anymore. So
Right.
yeah. And we've only talked about his name and a few things. So it's not,
No,
nothing,
no.
nothing too crazy, but
It's just off topic. That's all.
just
Mhm.
a little bit, just a little bit. I
Hmm,
see myself as off topic,
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pirates of the Materium.
but I am still holy, very holy.
Yes.
Mhm.
3 5-minute practice periods today, and I'm going to do them
Mhm.
because I am holy, very holy.
Yep.
Yes. I'm going to do them too.
Mhm. Yes, I will as well.
And I will do my first one at least before I go see Kelly because I have to leave. Oh, Kelly does the most beautiful facials, and I get to go see her at 11 o'clock today. So I need to leave
Where is the facial happening?
In
Kelowna.
Kelowna.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You have an office, or is it at your house, or
No, I have a studio
oh,
at Orchard Plaza.
Orchard Plaza? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
very nice.
Mhm.
Yes.
Enjoy,
So
girl.
I will end the recording here as we segue way off topic.